Hey YouTube, how are you doing this Friday evening? Scarpad's domain, back at you with another, kind of unboxing haul video. We got some new Blu-rays in. It's starting at the end of September. Halloween is around the corner. Things are going to go hot and furious with the releases from here on out, and a lot of them are starting to come in. So I figured it was time to go ahead and do yet another haul video. How's everybody doing here tonight? Whether you're watching live or whether you're watching later on, welcome you to the show. Thank you for watching. Hope you see some stuff here. There'll be stuff coming out for the next month. October, I tell you, is going to be banging. They got some great releases coming out from boutique labels, some great releases coming out from normal labels here in the States. It's a good time of the year to be getting physical media. So I hope you like some of the stuff I picked up here from me tonight. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you like the stuff you see on this channel. Be doing some good stuff coming up very soon. We're going to be having a season 1 retrospective of Star Trek, the original series, with me and Dylan. Dylan's starting to do a watch of the entire series. He's hoping to do, go on and do the rest of the shows and the movies at some point. We have Horror Fest continuing. Sinister's coming tomorrow night on Horror Fest. That is going to be a great thing. I've never watched it, so it's going to be a good first time watch for me. And we have, of course, the James Bond series continuing. We're going to be coming up on Sunday with You Only Live Twice, the 5th movie in the Bond franchise. We're almost at going to a different Bond and going to Roger Moore. I never thought we'd make it, but we're close. So stay tuned for all that. I want to say hello to Two Gun. Hey, Two Gun, how's it going? Hope everything's doing good with you tonight. See, I'm wearing my Razorback shirt. Razorback is one of the box sets that came out last month. Still waiting for replacements. It was from Umbrella. Umbrella put out the 4K sets and put them out as region locked when they shouldn't have been. Unfortunately, we're starting to see that more and more. In fact, one of the discs that I'll be showing here tonight is a region locked 4K. 4K discs were not region locked, did not require a special player if you're buying overseas discs like the Blu-rays do. They were universal, so you could play overseas 4K. But now more and more the 4K discs, the overseas stuff is requiring a region-free player. And I happen to buy a LG player that has been modified for 4K to play unlocked. They're still pretty expensive. They're still around $300, whereas a normal Blu-ray unlocked regional, non-regional player will probably run you about $100. The 4K ones will run you about $300. So I was hoping that they wouldn't go in that direction with 4K video, that they would leave it unlocked, but unfortunately it looks like they are going to start region locking certain ones. Yeah, and Two Gun Pedro mentions I put out a little video short on Instagram a little while ago on one of the sets I'll be showing, Arrow's new Psycho box set. So that one of the better ones that have come out. So let's take a look at some of the stuff I got in this week and today. And we'll start off with this Arrow box set. I tell you, Arrow has really put out a good product of late. This is a 4K only box set of the Psycho franchise. Now, as Dylan pointed out to me, I didn't even remember. Yeah, why isn't the remake in here? Clearly, that would have been the best thing they could have done. But I'm guessing that Arrow doesn't own the rights to the remake that Vince Vaughn did. Otherwise, it would probably be in here. I think Shout Factory still owns the rights to this. So this is Psycho 1, 2, 3, and 4 in a 4K. There's no Blu-ray. 4K only box set. There's a nice little slip cover here that has all the features on it. And this is a really nice box set. There's the 4 discs, Psycho 1, 2, 3, and 4. All discs have reversible artwork, so you'll get the new artwork, and then you'll get the existing artwork on the other side, which, if you want to see more detail, go look at my short on Instagram or YouTube, and it will show you that. All 4 movies come with posters. They also come with 3 of them come with lobby cards, and there are no Blu-ray versions in the set. It's strictly only 4Ks, non-region locked. There's the artwork I'm kind of mixed on. I think it's okay. I like it because it is different, but I like the original poster artwork, and I'm glad that they do have that in the original on the other side. There's Psycho 2, which I like, is pretty cool. Psycho 3. And then Psycho 4. Now, Psycho 4 was originally, if anybody's not aware, Psycho 4 was a television movie. And it was, I think, put out for the USA Network. But there was also an international version of Psycho 4 that contained additional scenes. So this version here has 2 4K discs. One is the international version that's in widescreen, and it has the extra violent scenes put in it. And then there's the fully TV ratio version, which is non-widescreen, full screen on 4K. So you have both versions in this. And then you get this really nice, thick, 120-page booklet that contains, information about all the movies. It's got a lot of interesting black and white and color pictures in it. And I started reading some of this tonight. It's an interesting book. And you can have this set. I think it was around $60. You can pick it up, which I think is a really good deal. I already had Psycho on Shout Factory's original sets. And then I had the 4K movie that was put out earlier this year in Steelbook. And I'll be interested to see how the transfers are. Supposedly these have all been remastered in 4K. And this is my box set of the month. Now, Arrow's doing one that's even better. They have a box set coming out of all the Hellraiser movies, which is coming out in October. That has Hellraiser 1, 2, 3, and 4, I believe. But this is a really nice set, the Psycho set. Probably my pick of set of the month right here. Yeah, it does have a very nice clear slip cover on it, so it protects the box. I'd like to see more studios do that, and they're starting to. Yeah, and the posters have the flip, has the original artwork on the back as well. I think so, and it's still available too. It hasn't sold out yet, so if you're interested in it, go to Diabolic, or go to Orbit DVD, which is the 2 places I mostly deal with, and they still have it for sale. Now, in addition to that, today I got in this German media book for Planet of the Vampires, Mario Bava's Planet of the Vampires. This is in 4K, and Germans, they put out these media books that have a combination of books. This happened to have a booklet. Of course, this is all in German. And a lot of the features are going to be in German, but the movies themselves have the English soundtrack as well as a German soundtrack. But I love these German media books. It's such a nice presentation. And this particular one has an interesting little slip cover. So this comes right off. If you can pull it off. It's tight. So there's the slip cover. So that's the cover of the media book. Planet the Vampire. Inside here, you get a really great, I love that poster artwork here. You get a booklet, which has some nice pictures in. Unfortunately, it's all in German, so unless you know German, don't expect to read it. And then here you get the 3 discs. So you get the Play of the Vampires in 4K, which is this disc here. You get the Play of the Vampires in a Blu-ray. Then you get a bonus of all the extras on the other side as well. And I believe this contains the same extras that's on the Kino Lorber discs, many of which are in English, but also in German. So, but I just think they put out a nice package. And I'm a big fan of this movie. We did this on my earlier sci-fi show, and I love this movie. I'm a big Mario Bava fan, but this is one of the better sci-fi horror films that came out of the 60s. So they fab. Next, I picked up this. This is actually out of stock, and this is discontinued, but I was interested in picking this up. This is from Eureka. This is the Jackie Chan Police Story trilogy. So this contains 3 of the Jackie Chan Police Story movies. I'm a little upset that the 4th one isn't in here. I haven't watched these yet, but I saw the 4th one. So this is the Police Story 2, Police Story 3 Super Cop in 4K. Now, Police Story 4, which was called Crime Story, was released in this country as Jackie Chan's First Strike. Heavily edited. It was like cut out of like 40 minutes. They just kept the action scenes in, but I still love Jackie Chan's First Strike. So I wish they had included that in this box set. They must have the rights for it. So that's not there. Also, Rumble in the Bronx is another good one you can get here. This is, Jackie Chan's famous for this series. And this has, once again, all the movies. This is the first Jackie Chan Police Story movie. There's the second. And there's Super Cop, which he teams up with Michelle Yeoh. And this movie I have seen before. This had some of the unbelievable. If you think the stunts he did in like Rush Hour and stuff was good, this was Jackie in his prime. And the action sequences that are in this movie are second to none. I love the very thick box cover that this comes in. Eureka, I believe, they may be out of, I think they're Australian. And this is the book that comes with it. And this has a ton of information about all the movies, the poster art, some great photos. And I think I picked up this box set for like $35. So, I mean, it's just amazing what the overseas distributors can do. Banquet videos, the buffet videos, can do putting out these sets for a little money compared to what we get in the States. And all these have been mastered in 4K. So that looked amazing. I saw this on Closeout. I'm a big Universal Monster fan and a big Steelbook fan. This is the Universal Monsters 6-disc Steelbook. This has the movies all in Blu-ray, which I own on Blu-ray in 4K. But I loved this Steelbook when I saw it. I love that artwork. There's the back. And it has a disc on the inside. Unfortunately, they're stacked, but you're dealing with a steelbook and 6 discs. There's not a lot you can do. And this is a really nice set with Frankenstein, the Bride of Frankenstein, the Wolfman, the Invisible Man, the Mummy, and of course Dracula. And the Dracula does have both the original and the Spanish version on it. And I think I got this for around $20. So I love that steelbook. Very nice. Walmart is starting to jump into the steelbook game there. They put out a bunch of steelbooks for movies. This is the one I picked up, the Blair Witch Project, and it has the remake, the Blair Witch, in here as well. I love the Blair Witch. I haven't seen the remake, so I don't know how good that is. But this is a very nice steelbook. Not much on the inside. It's pretty plain on the inside, but there's the back of it. They also have a, which I won't be getting because I already have the Leprechaun, but they have a Leprechaun series, all 8 films in a very nice steelbook. This was about $24. I think the Leprechaun one is like 39 because it has eight films in it. But that's the Blair Witch Project. Hey, Kenneth, evening. How you doing? And thank you for stopping in. And hope you hit the rewind and watch some of the stuff I already showed. But I'm glad you came in here today to say hello. I got this like a $5.99 closeout on Amazon. I love this movie, The Gangs of New York. This is, of course, Martin Scorsese, Leonardo DiCaprio, one of his first films with Daniel Day-Lewis. And this is just a good period piece gangster story that takes place in early 1900s, I believe, in New York. And this movie deserves a 4K release, but I don't think you'll ever get one. This is a Miramax film. So I picked it up on Blu-ray for for what they want for. It's very inexpensive. Another movie that I got fairly cheaply, the original first movie in the Sherlock Holmes set that Robert Downey put out. This is the first one. Second one, both were good Guy Ritchie films. And this is in 4K, and you can get this fairly cheaply now. And I always like that movie. It comes with both the Blu-ray and the 4K. And a few special features, not a lot. That's Sherlock Holmes. With The Nun 2 in theaters, I decided to pick up The Nun, the first movie, on 4K. Dylan was a big fan of this film. I watched it. I liked it. It is a very jump scary, but they do it fairly well. I went to see The Nun 2 in theaters. Of course, this is part of the Conjuring universe. And The Nun 2, I actually enjoyed quite a bit. It's a little bit better than this film, I think. But this film has some great scenes. I like the scene with the priest where he gets buried in the courtyard. And the sister of Vera Farmiga, Tessa Farmiga does a good job in this movie as well. So The Nun, that's what worth picking up if you can find it. This is very hard to find now. This has been out since like 2018, so it's a tough one to get. And I know The Nun 2 is right around the corner, coming out. Another one I picked up, this is the Universal Soldier 4K 4K Steelbook. Classic early 90s Jean-Claude Van Damme and Dolph Lundgren sci-fi. So I like the cover on that one. And this has a slip into another plastic slip cover, which is nice. I don't have to put my own on there. That protects the steel book. And then they give you the Blu-ray and the 4K disc. I love the back cover on that. I know for years and years and years, I never went down the steelbook rabbit hole, and now I'm starting to go down the steelbook rabbit hole, and some of them are pretty expensive, especially the Best Buy ones. You know, they're all like $40. I know the Nun 2 is coming out with a steelbook. I think I pre-ordered. Yeah, it's still in theaters. It's worth going to see. It's still a little jump scary, you know, but they back it up with a little bit more in this one. Yeah, I thought so. I love this. I love this slipcover. This is a Region B film from Eureka once again. This is 976 Evil. This is directed by Robert Englund. And it's on Blu-ray. Came out, I believe, in 1988. I remember seeing this film and liking it. I haven't seen it since it came out, but I picked this up. This is a Region B, so you would need a Region Free player to pick it up to play it. 976 Evil. But I think a Region Free player, if you're big on getting like boutique video and you want to get a lot of stuff from overseas, it's worth the money to buy a Region Free player, because the discs that you can get from overseas are so much better than from over here. This is another set that was on closeout. This is a 4K Ultra HD version box set from Arrow Video again of Candyman. I love that artwork. And this has both the this has the original artwork and a reversible slip with the original artwork on it, and this is the new art. I like new art for this. Once again, this is a 4K set only, no Blu-ray, but it comes with a little book there that has information about the movie. And this is a region-free 4K, so you don't need a special 4K player to watch it. Now, I would still say right now we're still 95% region-free 4Ks, and let's hope we stay like that for a while. We shall see. And this also has a nice book on it. This one is this is interesting because this is all the shooting script for the movie. So this is the director's shooting script, artwork for the movie, shot for shot. Usually how they storyboard it out. A lot of directors will storyboard their movie out, and that's what this is. So this is a nice inclusion because it's something different than the usual just story about the movie and some photos. This is the actual storyboard for the film, which is interesting because you'll see a lot of stuff that didn't wind up in the movie. And that's the back of it. Still the best version, the original version of Candyman. Yeah, I don't know if I thought he's done Candyman in the past, but definitely Candyman is definitely one that's worth. And I do remember that some of the sequels were pretty cool too, but I know for me the original Candyman was always the best. And I haven't seen the remake, so I have no idea how the remake was, but I heard it wasn't all that great. So let's see what else we have here. A few more discs. This came out from last month. Is the new Walking Dead Dead City collection. I think there was 10 episodes in the first season. Of course, this is the show. Whoa! The show falls out of the box. The Blu-ray edition. It's actually on 2 discs. So it's a 2-disc set. And, like this, I watched Dead City. I thought it was okay. It wasn't bad. It certainly was a little bit better than the last few years of The Walking Dead. Basically Negan and Maggie go to New York to hunt down her son that was taken. Like, Maggie's got to be one of the worst fucking mothers. She goes away for like 5 years, leaves her kid in the fucking with somebody else, and then when she comes back, the kid's pissed off. He ends up getting friggin' taken from her. Little Herschel. But Negan has some interesting, very good Negan-esque scenes in this. Jeffrey Dean Morgan is always worth watching, so I enjoyed this. Actually, the first couple of episodes that has come out for the new Daryl Dixon show, I thought have been pretty good. A little bit different. Daryl's in France now. Still haven't explained how that happened, but it's all right. Now, these are some ones I picked up. This is the DVDs, Grindhouse Trailer Classics, choice cuts from the Grindhouse. I love that cover. So it's got 55 trailers and other things, bump and grind. But it's like the story of Grindhouse with trailers, and I thought the cover was interesting. These are actually pretty nice. I'm glad I found these. These are 3-disc sets, the DVD, and these are documentaries on the Video Nasties list. So anybody's aware of the Video Nasties or not aware of the Video Nasties, a lot of movies that came out in the 60s and 70s got put on a list, which is called the Video Nasties list, and they banned these films from cinemas, especially over in Europe. And these are the story of all the movies that wound up on that Video Nasties list. And then they also include the trailers from all the movies, things like Anthropologists, Cannibal Holocaust, Driller Killer, I Spit on Your Grave, Zombie Flesh Eaters. So these are it's a 3-disc documentary and trailers. It's a part 1, the definitive guide. And I guess it wasn't definitive enough because they came out with a part 2. So that's part 2, the definitive guide, part 2. And these both have like 13 hours worth of content on them. So I can't wait to sit down and watch these. I love some of these older documentaries. Video Nasty. So that's both these sets. These are put out by Seven, another boutique label. And they give you a little sticker. So Video Nasties. We're getting toward the end here. This is the September package that arrived today from Vinegar Syndrome. Now, Vinegar Syndrome is a boutique video label. They put out a wide range of stuff that mixes, cult, grindhouse, softcore porn. Although they've broken out the softcore porn into a different website now. And every month they come out with like a package like 4 movies. Now, a few months ago, I subscribed to a 6-month package of these things. Back when they put out things like Gorgo and stuff like that. And to be truthful, some of these movies I'm getting I've never heard of. But it's interesting because I like to watch stuff I've never heard of. And none of the movies have been stuff that I wouldn't want to at least check out. Exactly. So this is the month. This is September, and this is what I got in the mail today. And these are the usual nice artwork and slip covers because they have really nice slip covers. This is a movie called Arnold that must have came out in the 70s because it stars Stella Stevens, Roddy McDowall, who was in the Planet of the Apes movies, Elsa Lanchester, who was the Bride of Frankenstein, Farley Granger, and Victor Bono, who was in a ton of TV show. Victor Bono was King Tut on Batman, if you remember King Tut. It's called Arnold. It evidently is a horror movie. Is the back cover. What does it have? It looks like they got Dracula coming out of the grave. So I don't know what to expect in this movie. And she's all dolled up as the bride of something. So that's Arnold. And this is a Blu-ray. Because they do put out 4Ks on some of this stuff too. So that looks like an interesting one. This looks like a Japanese or a Chinese film called Ghost Nursing. I don't know what this is all about. You got some dude with a beam coming out of his head with a hottie sitting on his lap. I guess she's a nurse. I don't know. And you got this dude split in half here. Looks like a Chucky in the back. So I don't know what the fuck this is. Looks like something right down my alley. There's the box, the back cover. So this is evidently Chinese or Japanese. Hong Kong, so Ghost Nursing. Okay. I'm up for it. This is called The Evil Judgment. Once again, striking box art. Evil Judgment. This also looks, they're both, I believe, Blu-rays. Aspiring young dancer Janet is desperate to leave her dead-end waitressing job. So after a fight with her sleazy boyfriend Dino, and with the encouragement of her friend April, she decides to try her hand at prostitution. You know, if you're stuck in a dead-end job like a Denny's or a fucking, Dunkin' Donuts or something, just fucking become a whore. I mean, it's got to get you a little bit more money, and it's more exciting of a job. So, what the hell? You got a good friend that says, Janet, just leave that fucking sleazebag, and let 5 guys gang bang in. You'll be fine. Evil Judgment. Okay. Could be a good one. Who knows? And finally, the last one. Curse of the Screaming Dead. Now, that's got a nice box art. Curse of the Screaming Dead. I don't know much about this movie either, but it sounds interesting. Curse of the Screaming Dead. 3 young couples head off into the woods. Okay. For a weekend of camping, beer guzzling, and lovemaking. All right. Sounds good so far. Shortly into their trip, however, one of their group notices the strange sound of bells ringing in the distance, prompting her would-be boyfriend Mel to investigate. Upon stumbling across a Civil War cemetery, Mel makes the ill-fated decision to pocket an old diary he finds hidden at the site, which details the violent fate of the Confederate soldiers there. Little does he realize that this seemingly small act of theft will have grave consequences. As to the pillaging, it triggers a horde of rotting undead soldiers to awaken from their tortured slumber, ready to feast on Yankee flesh. This has got to be a good one. I mean, I'm down for that. Just from the fucking box, the back of the box, I'm down for that one. So I may be watching this one tonight. Curse of the Screaming Dead. We may have to, maybe me and Dylan will have to review this one. That looks like a keeper right there. And you should, you know. They got to do what they can do to make money. So what the hell? So not a bad haul. Not a bad haul. Get that all in under 36 minutes. Not too bad. And some different stuff. Some could say it's not great. But a lot of it's right down my alley. You know, there's a lot of stuff in there I think is pretty dang good. So that's why I've gotten in for a while. Maybe I'll do another one of these in October, because the floodgates, they are an opening in October. As I said, we got the Hellraiser set coming out. We got the Meg 2 coming out, Steelbook. We have Blue Beetle coming out in the Steelbook. The Nun 2 is coming out in Steelbook, as I said. We have a whole bunch of interesting stuff coming in from Diabolic and from Orbit DVD. So I can't wait to see what's coming out in October. Hopefully some good stuff. Thank you very much, Two Gun. I appreciate that. So, you know, make sure you stay tuned. As I said, we have Sinister coming up. I'm looking forward to watching it. I haven't seen it yet. Brand new movie for me. And then on Sunday, we'll be releasing a review of the Bond movie, You Only Live Twice, the last Sean Connery Bond movie before he decides to give it up and then take it back for one last film. I'd be sitting at home going, what the fuck did I quit fucking James Bond? What am I, fucking stupid? And then he did the last movie. He said, nah, I'm done. I don't want to do it anymore. Yeah. So make sure you watch that. And then, of course, we have some good other stuff coming up. We have a Star Trek Season 1 retrospective coming out. Should be out sometime, hopefully next week. And a new show that's going to be coming out, I think, in the near future is going to be called Scarpad's One Star Schlock Theater. Where we're going to be actually sitting down to watch some one-star public domain, schlocky, sci-fi, and horror movies, and hopefully get some people in here to smoke some good weed and drink some wine and just sit down and have a good time watching those. So hopefully that's something that'll be coming up very soon for your watching pleasure. I want to thank everybody that came in here tonight. And if you didn't get to see this live, if you're watching this on the rewind, thank you very much. I appreciate it. The channel is starting to grow a little bit, up to almost 500 subscribers now. Would not believe that was possible. I was only at like 330 maybe a couple months ago, but some of the shorts and stuff I'm putting out has helped to boost the subscriber range. So like and subscribe, and make sure you stay tuned for some hopefully good stuff in the future. Well, I thank Two Gun, Kenneth Bird, and anybody else who has come in here. Have a good night, everybody. We'll catch you tomorrow night for Sinister on DHS. And, of course, the PCP Horror Fest marches on. Have a good night, everybody. Maybe we'll catch you later. Collect physical media. You'll be happy you did.